Hi. You're probably wondering why I'm making this video, why I'm sitting here talking to you while there's footage of a past stream that I've done playing in the background. Because this is my Destiny 2 retrospective. I don't particularly know how long this particular video is going to be, but I did want to make this video because, well, one, live service is ending for Destiny 2, and two, it kind of feels like an appropriate time to do so, since there's a lot of people, just a lot of creators making this type of content. So I thought this might be a good addition to throw into the pot, because a lot of other creators are doing it, and literally tomorrow is the day that this whole final update goes live. So yeah, this is something that you could be watching on the day of the update, the day it's uploaded, or you could be watching this from years down the line when there's possibly a D3 out already, or something crazy, maybe something Destiny related has come out or has just been announced or something. I really don't know, but what I feel about this game, it's been a game that you really can't replace. No game either like it or similar to it, like games like Save the World, where I feel like it's sort of similar in terms of build crafting, getting weapons, and all that. Obviously, both games have story as well, but that's not really what I'm here about. I'm here because this game makes me feel like it makes me feel powerful in a way. Obviously there's a lot of things that there's not a lot of games that can make you feel like that. There's not a lot of games that can make you feel like you're actually living the story. Like you're not just like a player watching the story, but it feels like you're a part of the actual story. And that's what D2 had done for me. It's similar to the way that Fortnite has their live events set up, except for it's not exclusive to like maybe once every 3 seasons when Epic decides to be kind and actually do a live event. This felt like a constant stream that I could just repeat over and over if I just decided to, like, you know, delete my Guardian and start from scratch, which that's kind of a good video idea. Might do that, but you'll have to stay tuned for that. Regardless, it's made me feel like that on a constant level with every cutscene, really everything about the game. It's been an interesting journey, to say the least. Will I end up... I think there will be a point at some time where in the future that I do reset one of my Guardians, maybe my Hunter, because I love my Hunter so much. And I don't think I could reset my Warlock with good faith. I think I would reset my Hunter again and just go through the entire story on stream or through a privated VOD or whatever. Who knows what I'll end up doing, but I know I want to do something special like that for the end of D2. Granted, I can't go through everything, unfortunately, but we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. If you guys want to see something like that, leave a comment down below if you do. But anyways, I've made a good amount of friends with it in this game, and those friendships have only strengthened over the years. Obviously, I've played with friends that I never thought I would be able to on this game, especially since getting the PC and even before then. Destiny 2 has been a game that has sort of changed with my personal life and my life in general, and it's this might sound stupid, but losing D2 is like kind of losing area of comfort you that you had all the time, but now it's just like that area of comfort is just gone. I know it won't truly be gone, but there will be a time where I don't think Destiny 2 videos will do as good on the channel anymore, and then I'll have to return to Fortnite videos, Save the World build videos, or whatever videos to satisfy the algorithm to make my channel grow. Because I'm not a big creator. I wasn't fortunate enough to have D2 kickstart some godlike career of content creation that I dream of, like so many others. Like, there's just a lot. Toad Smoothie, Scholar, Astacross, Dado, Vife, Fallout plays. There's a lot of creators that got to kickstart their careers off of just having content, and I would definitely love to collab with some of them at some point in the future. Maybe. I severely doubt that I'd get a collab with any of them, just because of how D2 seems to be ending. But you never know. I'll continue to hold out hope for maybe this video is the one that kickstarts the YouTube career. Who knows? You always gotta stay positive in the face of just absolute nothingness, you know? That's why I'm choosing to not say like, oh, Pete Parsons ruined Destiny 2, even though that's probably the truth. I'm not pointing fingers at Sony or anyone. I'm not trying to do anything like that. This video isn't supposed to be that. Nor this channel is supposed to be like that. This channel was built for a community and to just be positive overall. This channel wasn't meant to just be one filled with hate and spite. Even though I keep going on this YouTube journey, not knowing where it's gonna end up taking me in a couple of years, but who knows? You just had to stay positive in the face of doubt and everything else that might be coming your way. Because you never know, we might get a D3 sometime down the line. It might not be for a couple of years, it might not even be announced until 2035 or something, when some of these Destiny creators have moved on entirely. And hell, I might have moved on entirely as well for myself from this game by then. But you know, there's always things that you can have faith in and just be positive about. Like, I don't think, without this game, I genuinely don't think I would have done some of these things. I genuinely think YouTube, even as a whole for a career, might have just not existed in the way it does if it wasn't for Destiny 2. Anyways, we're moving on to something else that makes me really care about this game. It's the customizations. You probably know the trip check, as a lot of people do end up calling it. It's really fun. I love making characters in video games that feel like they're actually a part of the story. You've probably seen it in Destiny 2, not Destiny 2, but you've probably seen it in Fortnite live events, especially with the recent one. But you've seen it in a lot of live events that make it feel like you're actually a part of the story. That's what I've felt while playing D2 a lot of the times, and just even in the normal cutscenes, from Beyond Light to Edge of Fate from Beyond Light to Edge of Fate to Renegades, I've felt like I've been a part of the story in all of those. Now, who knows? Maybe in a few months, I don't know, as I had something on my mind and it is gone. But yeah, there's other games that obviously there's other games that let you create a character like Xenoverse, like Fortnite sort of, like Pokemon, but they don't have that same feel that Destiny 2 has. Destiny 2 has a wide variety of content that you can do even when the game is gone. I definitely will try and do some content on this game even when it's quote unquote gone. And I frankly don't care how much people watch. I barely do. At the end of the day, with this channel, I'm just trying to make a community. I'm just trying to have a community of like-minded people that love video games, like to hear someone talk about them, and just like to hear first reactions, and just there's a lot. Maybe that makes me a bit stupid as a small YouTuber to just like have so much that I want to do on YouTube, or just in general have so much I want to do in terms of gaming, reaction content, and other various forms of content, maybe even merge at some point. But those dreams definitely wouldn't have been possible without, and definitely won't be possible without content, without games like Destiny 2 that are just that impactful on people as a whole. It's such a tragedy that we're losing Destiny 2. At the end of the day, it's unfortunately what's been happening a lot in the gaming industry is that we lose a lot of games to just greed. And honestly, it's been happening a lot in just the real world. It's just greed has outpriced a lot of people and things, but we're not here to talk about real life. We're here to talk about a game that we all love and mourning the loss of in some way. I do want to say that it's not a full loss of Destiny 2. Servers will still be active beyond this next update, and who knows if they have plans to shut them down sometime in the future. I really hope not, but as long as the servers are live, I will be playing. I'll be doing whatever I want until I legitimately can't find anything to do in this game. Which, who knows how long that'll be. That could take years before I just run out of ideas for this game. I've got a lot of ideas I want to do. I've got a lot of stuff I want to do with this game. Even taking some advice from a Fortnite series, like there's that 100 game series that I started with Save the World that I could do 100 days of doing something daily in Destiny 2. 100 days of just doing a real quick mission, doing solo ops, fire team ops, whatever it might happen to be on the given day. There's always that I could do. But it does fall into the same problem of what happens if I can't do that? Or what happens if it ends up similarly to the Save the World series where no one really tuned in or liked it? I don't know. At that point, I don't know. All I know is that I'm still gonna keep trying to make this YouTube thing work. I'm still gonna try and make D2 fun for as long as I have interest in the game, as long as I have the servers being active, as long as I can even just have internet or a house or whatever to access the game. I will continue to keep playing it. There's a lot that I don't have in the game. There's a lot of raids I haven't done. There's like 2 raids I haven't done. There's a lot of crafted raid weapons I don't have. A lot of adapted raid weapons I don't have. Just a lot of stuff that I don't have. I don't even have a lot of I don't even have Strand unlocked fully on Warlock and Titan. There's a lot I could do. And a lot that I will do. And hopefully a lot of creators that I can collab with. I'm hopeful for the future. Maybe that's stupid, but I don't care. If it makes me look crazy to have hope for the future, then I'm crazy. If it makes me crazy that I'm gonna still be playing a game that is no longer getting updates, dude, I played Save for 4 years without any really massive major updates, like the free-to-play update on April 20th. I think it was like April 20th or 19th. I can't remember. 26th or the 19th. I can't remember. But if that makes me crazy, then sure, I'm crazy. But I don't care. That's why I had these ambitious goals in the first place, whether it's in YouTube or just anything in my life. Having ambition isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's what separates people. Maybe a lot of my ambitions for YouTube are stupid, like hitting 1 million, hitting 1,000 within the next like month or so. There's a lot that might be stupid of me to think, but it's how I feel. I feel like if there's genuinely interest for something I'm gonna do, then I'm gonna do it. I don't know though. Maybe I'm just speaking copium. Maybe I'll never become a YouTuber. Maybe I'll never do anything for D2. Maybe D2 will never have a D3. But the thing is about that, you never know until something happens. There's always a possibility that good things can happen in the end. Good wins out in the end 9 times out of 10. You just gotta stay focused, stay determined, and stay persistent. Even if times are hard. Anyways, all the solo content that I've done on the channel, obviously, I don't know if, I'm probably not gonna pop them up on video, but they probably will be unarchived for this, and they'll probably be pulled from the archives, because I'm probably gonna go through my channel, if not tomorrow, if not tonight, when I'm recording this, which is Sunday, if not tonight, then, and if not by the time this is uploaded, stay tuned for throughout the week, because I will be unarchiving old content. Mostly Destiny 2 content, like the 2 solo dungeons I've recorded and a couple other things. Maybe there'll be damageless challenges or something. I don't know. All I know is that you'll have to stay tuned for some of that solo content, because there's a very good chance that I go back and redo Prophecy. Haven't done that solo flawless. Haven't done really any solo dungeon content since, Spire was recorded? There's always a possibility I could go back. Actually, sorry. I haven't done solo dungeon content since Rite of the Nine, which was well over I'm pretty sure it was well over a year ago at this point, but I'm not saying that it can't make a return. There's always a possibility. Maybe solo Pantheon? Well, solo adventure Pantheon, but it's still solo nonetheless. There's a lot that I could think of. Being creative is so fun, but at the same time, if you don't have a good thumbnail, creativity doesn't matter. Regardless of whatever, however I feel about Destiny, you can be damn well sure that there's going to be solo content. In fact, I'm so confident that there's going to be solo content that I will say stay tuned for solo flawlessing Prophecy, solo flawlessing possibly a lot of the dungeons. It might take a couple months for me to get those videos out, just due to obviously all these weapons and all the stuff that are changing with the game, but give me a couple months. I'll try and get something out for you guys, at least before summer's end, maybe. I don't like making promises, because typically I feel like whenever I do make a promise, it ends up falling short, even despite all my work to try and make the promise true. But I want to get something out in terms of solo dungeon content, so I'll just say you guys will have to stay tuned for that. Anyways, I think we're on to my last point here. Yeah, it's just talking about whatever else, I guess. I'm sort of sad, at least from the TWABs and all the dev insights, which I've made a video about that. It's 4 hours long. It's mostly meant to be as like a reminder or something to be played in the background while you're playing the new content or something. I'm not expecting that to get a ton of views because it's a 4-hour video. Even if it does get a lot of views, retention's gonna be terrible on it. But I don't care. The video is meant to be played in the background regardless. So if you're watching this video, you could go watch that video. In fact, I might have it up as the video at the end. I probably will. If I don't have it there, I'll definitely have it in the description. But yeah, I am sad that they don't seem to be doing a lot with Prismatic, but at the same time, I guess it's fair to keep the other subclasses in sort of check with it. They mostly updated like all the other exotics for classes, like Solar. They did Stasis. They did a lot of reworks to every other class except for Prismatic, at least as far as our knowledge goes. I do wish they did more with Prismatic, the exotic class items, but you can't have everything that you want, can you? And I'm glad they're at least getting this update out for us, because there's a lot of series, there's a lot of not game series, but there's a lot of just TV show series, basically, and game series that don't get an end like this. Granted, it's not the end that I think everyone imagined Destiny 2 would have, but at least it is an end. Even if it's not complete, it's an end. We get to say goodbye to our favorite characters that we've grown with over the past couple of years. And yes, even in this. But there's a lot. There's a lot of abilities, changes coming. There's a lot of old weapons returning, like spare rations, which I'm definitely gonna be in the Gambit mines again for that weapon. So that'll be the first weapon I think I go after day one. We don't know the full roster of weapons, but in that trailer the other day, in the Monument of Triumph trailer the other day, I did see Hothead, and that right there filled me with hope that Hothead might be coming back. I really hope that it is. I think a lot of us would love to see Hothead make a return. Even if it's not a dev and it's just tier 5, I think it'd be just an amazing return. Same with Palindrome and a lot of other Vanguard weapons that were super popular. But it's just, there sounds to be just so much fun to be had with this update. I think a lot of my initial content is either going to be farming related content or just I don't know, making builds. I think that's what a lot of initial content is going to be until we truly find out what works and what doesn't work and what I like and what I don't like. Like, as I said, I'm going into overdrive. Well, I didn't say this, but I'm going to go into like a super mega overdrive with uploading videos. I'm gonna still be as consistent as I have been, except for maybe eliminating Wednesdays as uploads. Well, at least for the first couple of weeks with this D2 update, because, well, I kind of don't want to take... Half of me doesn't want to take time off from the game because I genuinely think it would be fun to just be able to play it non-stop for a while. So the first week might not have videos, but who knows. Actually, this Tuesday might be a little different. This Wednesday might be a little different. This Wednesday is probably gonna have at least the initial reactions up because I'm probably not gonna edit too much of the Tuesday stream or tomorrow's stream as you guys are watching this. which the Twitch link is definitely in the description down below. Go follow over there if you want to see this live. If you don't and you want to just see the YouTube version, it'll be up by Wednesday. It'll be up, if it's not up by Wednesday, it'll be up by Friday. But nonetheless, that is all of this content and stuff, even if the game is dead or quote unquote dead or dying or whatever you want to call it, it still has me excited. And maybe that's a stupid thing to say. Oh, like, how could you be excited over a game dying? I just am, man. And it's not even because the game's dying. It's because, like, I feel like for the first time in the entire storied history of Destiny, for me, I can actually collect everything. And once I collect everything, honestly, even when I do collect everything, I don't think I'll stop. This game is just so unique, and it's just everything. There's so much that can change from mission to mission that I could think of doing. There was a lot of earlier videos that I did trying to, I guess, rip off of Riley Reloaded's content, which was just doing Witch Queen, but with crafted weapons or such. Those videos did alright, but I've come to realize in the future that ripping off people or sort of like quote unquote taking their content isn't gonna work. You have to, if you want to grow on YouTube, you're gonna kind of have to make your own content, like how Guardians make their own fates. But yeah, I think I'm obviously gonna have some structure, take some structure from other YouTubers' videos, like challenge videos and such, and maybe 100-day videos and such. But I'm gonna try and put my own unique twist on it in a way. I don't know what that will look like, but you'll just have to stay tuned for that, because I'm definitely interested to see where this goes. Maybe this could be the start of me just actually popping off on YouTube. Maybe it's just foolish naive thinking. I don't think it's naive to think that it could kickstart my YouTube channel, or truly kickstart it, meaning like getting me to monetization requirements and all that stuff, and having my channel just grow, and having a community that comes along with it. Because that's the general goal of the end of this year, is to have a community that really is there for YouTube. I'd like to be monetized by the end of the year. Honestly, I even made like a thing with myself that's like I would hope to be monetized at least by December 18th, which is my birthday, by the way. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to do what I do here, having a unique spin on content, making my own builds, doing my own reactions, having my own reactions, and so much more that you could probably only find on this channel. Regardless of that, there's not much left to talk about, except for, I guess, a little bit of when I started. When I started D2, this was technically my account started in Season of Arrivals, but my full account, but I actually started fully playing the game in Season of the Chosen, which was like 2 seasons later because I didn't play during Hunt. But yeah, and I have not looked back since that day when I decided to start. I've been here for day 1 Witch Queen, day 1 Lightfall, day 1 Edge of Fate, day 1 Final Shape, day 1 Edge of Fate, day 1 Renegades, and I haven't regretted it for the world. Granted, some day 1s I definitely did have to wait for other friends to play because I wanted reactions, but this time I don't think I have to. I'm excited to see everyone's reactions to the various content that Bungie's throwing at us in this update. I'm interested to see it for myself and get my own reactions on camera in video. And I do hope you'll be along for that ride, because this is probably the last sort of reactionary content that you'll probably get out of D2 from me. Because the rest of the D2 content beyond this is either going to be challenges, builds, or maybe something in between that I can think of. Maybe redoing the campaigns one last time. I don't know. Who really does know? The thing is, you have to make your content unique with good thumbnails. That's just it on YouTube. And even then, you have to make the title good as well and clickable. But who knows? Maybe I'm just yapping at this point. Regardless, I do hope everyone does enjoy this update that Bungie is gonna have. I do hope everyone enjoys it, because it's gonna be meant to be enjoyed by everyone. I think this update is more of a love letter to the fans that have supported this game for years at this point. Because I know I've supported D2 for years. Whether that's literally buying, at one point I bought literally 2 of my friends, I believe either Final Shape or, I'm pretty sure it was Final Shape. I know I've bought one friend specifically Final Shape and Edge of Fate, I believe. And that friend has been very special to me. And I don't think I would know them know them as well as I do without Destiny 2. But, yeah. I think that's about it, really. That's all I have to say. I do hope you all decide to join me in remembering a game that we all really do care and love. There will be, like I said before, there'll be a lot of content. There'll probably be raid content, and just a lot of content. I can't say what specifically, because I don't even know myself to what extent there's gonna be of content, but all I know is that it will be uploaded to the channel at some point, whether that's 2 weeks from when I recorded it, immediately after I record it, or maybe a year after I record it, or maybe there'll be some lost clips that I do end up uploading. Regardless of any of that, I do hope you guys join me for that journey. My overall look on Destiny 2 is, in just Destiny as a franchise, because I've played Destiny and Destiny 2 and Destiny Rising. I haven't played Destiny 1. I've seen a lot about that, and it's just unique. It looks fun. I don't know if I would play Destiny 1, at least not right now, but there's a lot I'm gonna miss D2. We're losing seasonal events too. I wish they would have added those back or something. Maybe there's always hope for maybe another update where they do add a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff like this one again, but who knows, man. That's probably it for me, though. I will see you guys tomorrow for the stream, and well, I'll see anyone who decides to come over for the stream on tomorrow. If you're here just for YouTube, I'll hopefully see you Wednesday. If I don't, I'll see you Friday. And with that, I guess I'll see all you guys Starside later.